A new day begins, and with it come new challenges on the farm. Everything is calm, birds are singing, and a gentle breeze moves through the grass. But today, it's time to deal with the old chicken coop, which no longer serves its purpose. It will be taken down and replaced with a new, larger, and more functional home for the chickens. To begin this job, the right equipment is needed. A tractor with a trailer will play a key role in the entire process, from removing old boards to bringing in new building materials. For this task, a small red tractor without a cabin has been chosen. Its compact size and maneuverability make it perfect for tight spaces around the old coop. Attached to it is a simple wooden trailer, light but strong enough to carry planks, tools, and even the debris from the demolition. Together, they form a reliable team, ready to help transform this corner of the farm into a brand new home for the chickens. To speed up the work, a third machine joins the team, a yellow backhoe loader. With the red tractor pulling the trailer and the yellow backhoe loader doing the heavy lifting, every piece of the old coop will be removed in an orderly flow, preparing the ground for the fresh start that lies ahead. The vehicles arrive at a nearby forest clearing, where felled trees have been stacked and prepared. Now, the yellow backhoe loader moves into action once again, this time not to clear debris, but to load heavy logs onto the wooden trailer. These logs will later be sawn into boards for building the new chicken coop. Carefully and precisely, the backhoe lifts each log and places it onto the trailer, making sure the load is balanced and secure. Step by step, the team is gathering everything needed for the next phase of work, turning raw timber into a brand new home for the farm's chickens. With the trailer fully loaded, the convoy leaves the forest and heads toward the sawmill. It's a short but careful journey. The rough road requires slow driving to keep the logs secure. Upon arrival, the machines come to a stop near the lumber processing area. Here, the raw logs will be turned into smooth, sturdy planks, perfect for building walls, floors, and the roof of the new chicken coop. The air smells of fresh-cut wood, and the sound of buzzing saws fills the background. Soon, the timber will be ready, and construction can finally begin. The first step in the construction process is to clear the old structure. The yellow backhoe loader takes the lead, carefully dismantling the worn-out chicken coop piece by piece. Rotten boards, rusty nails, and broken panels are removed and loaded onto the trailer for disposal. Once the area is fully cleared, the space is ready for a fresh start. Soon after, the red tractor arrives with a full load of freshly cut lumber straight from the sawmill. Everything is in place, and the real construction work can now begin. As the sun rose over the farm, a small orange car set off with a farmer on board. Their destination was an orchard full of ripe apples waiting to be picked. The road was straight and led through beautiful fields and forests, but when the car reached the forest path, it encountered a huge problem. A fallen tree lay in the middle of the road. This was the only way to the orchard. Old farm at the back, by the fence, stood a forgotten, rusty tractor. It used to be the heart of the place, working the fields, pulling heavy trailers and helping with everything that required strength and perseverance. But over time, as new machines appeared, its glory days came to an end and the tractor was put aside. There, among the weeds and under a layer of dust, it lost its former glory, looking at the farm he once knew from every side. One day, the decision was made. It was time to say goodbye to an old friend. Early in the morning, a team showed up to transport the tractor to the scrapyard. farm in the valley, the tractor faced a new challenge. After several weeks of rain, the roads leading to the fields had become muddy and difficult to drive on. The farmer decided to pave the main road so that the machines could move between the farm and the fields without any problems. This task required not only strength but also precision, so the tractor was the ideal candidate, even more precise and efficient. The yellow tractor was assigned to transport gravel and rocks from a nearby gravel pit. He hitched up a large trailer and set off. The gravel pit was on a hill, and the road to it led through steep inclines and narrow bends. When he reached the gravel pit, the loading of heavy gravel and rocks began. The loader lifted the material efficiently, and the tractor watched as the trailer filled to the brim. After loading, the tractor started back, more carefully this time, because the load was heavy and the road down was steep. The engine held power, and the wheels rolled steadily on the slippery surfaces. Upon arrival, the tractor carefully spread gravel on the designated section of road. Using additional tools, it hardened the surface, making the road even and strong. The stones were laid carefully, each layer strengthening the route that all the machines would soon drive on. When the job was done, the tractor slowly drove over the newly paved road, checking its quality. The road was smooth and ready for use. The tractor happily headed towards the farm, knowing that now working in the fields would be much easier, and he had helped everything run more smoothly.